Hello YouTube community, my name is the Jackgamer13 and today I'm going to be talking to you about a lot of different things, sort of updating you a little bit. First off, I'd like to say happy holidays to all of you out there. I know that there are a lot of different things and I don't want to take too much time away from the video just saying like all the different things, whatever. So first things first, I have a lot of different footage. Not really, I actually only have like 2 or 3 videos that need to be edited still. Actually no, that's not true. I have about 5. It could be a little bit more, not quite sure exactly, but it needs to be edited. I'm going to work on that soon. I've kind of just taken a lot of time to I've taken time with family a lot this week, so that was a huge thing. Today actually is the 24th. By the time this video goes up, it'll probably be about this 26th, so I'll have missed all of you sadly for Christmas. But hopefully I'll be able to get some of you on all the other holidays, or some of the other holidays that are still ongoing at this time. So, some of the footage that I have left is my Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels to the Roses episodes 15 and 16. I was going to upload those today, actually. However, internet's not very good. It was going to take 24 hours last night, and it was about 3 o'clock in the morning. It was today. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning when I was up, and I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and upload this video, but 24 hours didn't really seem worth trying to leave my computer on for that long, so I'll wait till I go over to my mom's house tomorrow. I also have some footage for way back when I actually recorded with Cameron and RD, 2 of my good friends. And that has not been edited yet, so I'm going to be doing that. There's also an EC podcast that needs to be edited, so I'll be giving you that. I'm not sure what kind of picture I'm going to have there. I might make my own, or I'll ask Cameron to send over the EC thing that we have. I'm not quite sure what I want to do for that yet. But that's also some of the footage. And then I still have... Well, shit. I really hope you were able to hear that, actually. That was one of the stupidest things I think has ever happened in this entire freaking room. And there's a lot of stupid stuff that's happened. So basically what happened was... I've thrown it all away. I had a paper towel that I was leaving right here on my nightstand. And I had a drink of water because I get thirsty. And I went to check it. For some reason I heard something like fall. And I don't even know how, but... the thing fell over. The water just decided to randomly fall over. It might have just been the way that the paper towel was. It eventually pushed it to a certain point. I don't know how physics works on that one. That's a little odd. But yeah, it just decided to fall over. Might have been my pet spider that I've got here. Let me see if I can show you guys this guy. You can't really see him, can you? Nah. Alright, well there's a pet spider that's living on my lamp right there. I don't know what he's doing, but he's having fun. My throat hurts. Still have a bit of a cold, I think. Anyway, so where was I? I was talking about footage. Talking about the holidays a little bit too. I've got a computer here. Let me just go ahead and pull stuff up. On this is... ready to upload. My episode 3 is already up. Yeah, 15, 16, those are my episodes that need to be uploaded. Of the Lost Files, the footage with Cameron and RD needs to be edited. Oh yes, there's a vlog that I did. You guys will find out more about that later. Let me actually talk to you a little bit about that. So originally, a couple months back, I think, I came up with the idea of doing a My Life story and basically just telling you my life story. And, well, we'll be getting more news on that sometime New Year's Day, January 1st. I'm going to tell you guys a lot of stuff. I'll have another interesting update video. In between now and then, we're also going to have a few videos go up. Some Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm going to try and get about 6 episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! In. 2 that I have already. I'm going to record another 4 over the course of this week. And hopefully be able to get that out to you guys before the New Year's extravaganza thing. And I also want to finish up the Walking Dead. Um, that footage for the fourth episode was corrupted. I don't think I transferred it correctly from the Elgato, and it said that it had at first, and then I went back to check it and it hadn't, so I have to go redo fourth episode, which is right in the middle of the freaking thing, so I don't even know. Game's weird. For some reason I don't even really know anymore, but yeah. So okay, next thing on the list is Myst. I got the game. I made a message on, I think, both of my social media pages, the Facebook and the Twitter. I got the game Myst. For those of you who weren't around back then, about like 92-ish, I want to say, something like that. The game Myst came out, and it was an instant hit. Well, I guess not instant. Nothing was instant back then. They didn't have IMing. Things didn't go instantaneously at that point. Or maybe they did IM. Anyway, it's not as instant as today's social media standards. It was instant as in like maybe a couple months. A lot of people found the game and they were like, wow, this is great. And it was one of those action adventure puzzle games. That's not really an action, it's just an adventure puzzle game. My bad. It has a great story, a lot of fun elements to it. And I decided one day, I don't remember what it was, I was probably watching KA6 Scope. And he might have mentioned something about Ico and puzzles. And Myst, for some reason, popped up to my mind, and I was like, hey, that'd be a great thing to do. I should probably get one of my YouTubers that I watch, Phantom Darkness 135. He and I talk a little bit, not really much. I mean, like, subscriber to subscribee, I guess, to YouTuber, whatever. We talk like that, sort of, and I sort of give him ideas on what to do, and he just responds back. He's a cool dude. And I was like, yo, you should probably play Myst. I love this game. This is up your alley. You do puzzle games and stuff like that. So I thought that, yeah, that's perfect for him. He was like, okay, cool. Good idea. I looked on Steam. They had a sale for it, so I told him about the sale. And I think he's gotten the game now. But it was really cool because during that whole thing, I never thought about doing it for my channel. But then I got to thinking, I was like, well, the game's $3. And though I do have games I want to do, Myst could be something nice to have, you know, nice little blind LP. Haven't done one of those. I pretty much know the games that I've played so far, so we might have that in the future. Probably will. I don't know when I'm going to do that, though. I've got some other stuff planned. You'll find all about that New Year's Eve. And I might also... Yeah, I'm probably going to videotape what I get for Christmas as well, and let you guys watch that, sort of like what I did with my birthday, except it's not going to be 2 months late this time. I would hope. Anyway, so next thing on there, future series. I've got a list right here of series that I can talk about and series that I cannot. Some of the series that I am planning on doing next year, at the very beginning of next year. Some of them I can't do right now because I don't have the actual game, and I can't talk to you about them because they're a surprise. I want to make sure that when I get the game, I can then tell you afterward, because I don't want to be like, hey, I'm going to be doing this, and I don't get the game and can't do the game, you know. That'd be bad. So, as I probably... I don't think I actually did show you guys. So yeah, Myst is going to be one of mine, one of my series that I'm going to be working on soonish. Sometime... It depends on when I can finish Duelist of the Roses. That shouldn't be too much longer now. I'm almost at the end of that game. I just gotta beat... Let's see, I gotta beat... Sito. That's later on. Labyrinth Ruler. What's his face? Bandit Keith, the guy that I'm trying to beat right now. The girl. Pegasus. Seto. The final boss. So I think that's 6 people. That's a little bit ways. I think, though, that I could probably get that done in about 15 videos, those 6 guys. And I'm not going to do the first half just yet. I might take that on later on. Mainly for the fact that I want to play something a little bit different. You know? But, so let's see. Calendar, that's what I was trying to check this whole time. I could probably fit it in sometime in like March. I think I might be able to get that. April, March. something like that. Anyway, so the games on this list that I can talk to you guys about is Myst, which I probably, like I said, will fit in around March or April. Um, and The Order 1886, that comes out. When does that come out? Release date is February 20th. I will be getting it then. And I think that that will be my next series. So I want to make sure that I can finish Duelist of the Roses before February 20th. And in between that time period, maybe Walking Dead. Maybe I'll do that only. I mean, I don't really have a full lot of support for that right now. If I check my video views right now, they're at 4 views for the newest one, no views for the second one, and 2 views for the first one. So you guys don't really seem to be that interested in it, I guess. Okay, I thought that'd be a little bit more, but it's cool. I maybe didn't set the tags right. I'm still gonna wait until after I get the 5th episode up. How I'm going to judge it after the 5th episode, 4th and 5th episodes, because they both need to be on there. After those go up, it's 2 weeks after the last one goes up, basically, is how I'm going to do it. And once all the videos have a combined 50 views and we'll just say 5 likes, once that happens, I'll just jump into the next part of Season 1. So I'm going to be playing the game on my own if you guys don't want it on my channel. I'm going to be playing it on my own from episode 1 in Season 1 all the way up to the final episode in Season 2, and I will be doing it on my channel for Season 3 when that comes out. Mainly for the fact that that's just something I want to do. Some other stuff that I've been really wanting to do, and it's really difficult for me to do, is actually add a story to a game. So I have sort of like vlog style or cinematography style stuff, like with actual like live action, and add that to the game. One example was I was thinking of doing Shadow of the Colossus. I'll just go ahead and spoil that one. I don't have the game, but I was thinking about doing Shadow of the Colossus in the future. Shadows of the Colossus. Shadow of the Colossus, whatever. And I was thinking about doing like a cinematography of me playing the game and going through a little bit of a depression, and how I'd come to the first Titan, or I think that's what they're called, Titans, and not be able to beat it the first time around. And then I'd keep trying and wouldn't be able to beat it. And then I'd call a friend over, and the friend would help me beat it, or he would beat it himself, or something like that. And we would progress until the final Titan, or whatever they call them. I hope they're called Titans. Colossus. I'm an idiot. Yeah, Shadows of the Colossus. They're called Colossi. Anyway, so and then the final one I'd be able to beat on my own, and have that sense of empowerment. And I go from being depressed to being a really happy dude. I've got a really tight friend, and it would probably be done with my actual friends. And I just thought that that'd be a pretty cool thing. I want to sort of add that a little bit more into some of my videos. Instead of doing just straight up Let's Plays, have some sort of meaning to the things. And I don't really know exactly what it is that brought this about. I was watching SSOH PKC, and he mentioned a guy that did a series of Leaf Green, Pokemon Leaf Green, I think, videos. And I watched those, and that sort of got me in that train of thought, maybe I should not do just LP, and maybe I should make the games mean something a little bit more. So I'm going to start doing that with a couple more things. Or actually, I'm going to start doing that in general. I'm not quite sure which games are going to be able to fall under that category, because it needs to be a game that I know somewhat well. I don't know Shadow of the Colossus. That's going to be completely new for me. So I'm not sure how I would make that story work, but it will get there eventually. I'll find some way of doing that. But I want to have a game that I know somewhat, so that I can plan it out ahead. But I also don't want to have it be too much of like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I want to do that. Anyway, so before we move on to the next couple of things, which are really, really, in my opinion, pretty important, I would just like to show you guys this. My sister made me a poetry booklet that she had to do in school. Now, not sure how much of this you can see. By Kayla W. Yeah. She drew a football on there. I don't know why. She also has I love you in a football. Anyway, so in this poetry booklet, we've got a table of contents. One of the best things to have in any poetry booklet. Now, the first thing, I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. The first page is an acrostic, which is basically, you take the letters of your name. Mine would be Michael, and then you have to make a word that goes with that. So, marvelous, ingenious, courageous, heroic, alien, eccentric, and lovable. You know, that would be Michael. That would be an acrostic for Michael. So, Kayla had to do this for a certain thing. It could be a flower, it could be an animal, just something that she enjoys. And so she did a rose. She even has a nice little picture there. Yeah. Looks pretty similar to what I would draw, except maybe 10 times better. So, anyway, she says, Kayla, K, keeps blooming on and on. A, achieve your goal by blooming. Y, you can do it. L, live on, never die. A rose is very beautiful, she says. Alright, so the next part 2, is a bio poem. Now, this is basically an I am this kind of thing, right? No, that's the next one, I think. No, okay. Yeah, I guess this is just an about her type thing, so. She's got a picture of like a lion, what do they call them? Minotaur? Let me check it out. I have to figure this out. This is gonna be a long video, in case you guys didn't know. I need to figure this out, dude. What is it called? Manticore? I think that's it. Yeah. Alright, so she's got this picture that looks somewhat like a manticore, except it doesn't really have the wings. I mean, you could probably see where I got a little confused. And she is fighting. It's a little weird, but here, you can see that she's fighting it, basically. Anyway. So, sweet, brave, thoughtful, and funny. Sibling of Michael Goldsmith. That's me, in case you guys didn't know. Lovers of my whole family. I think she meant lover of her whole family. But who feels happy most of the time. And trust me, the times when she's not happy, you do not want to be around her. No, I'm just kidding. She's a good kid. Good egg in the long run. But then again, who likes long running eggs? Who needs more respect? No comment. Who gives love? That she does. Who fears death? And that's a very true statement. A lot of times we'll have really bad things happen to our family. And it happens a lot when you're young. It happened to me a lot when I was young. A lot of family members died. But with her, it's a lot of her animals have died. She's had a lot of different animals. Her guinea pig is the recent one. Before the guinea pig, not too long actually, before we lost our bearded dragon. I think I might have mentioned that. And though she really didn't have anything to do with the bearded dragon, and the guinea pig was sort of mom and dad raised it, she didn't really do a whole lot with that, at least when I was at home. And she lost a couple of fish. But she feels a lot of sadness whenever that kind of stuff happens. And then when she has a family member die, or a very close friend to the family that she knows, I think Aunt Isabel was her name, was one of our closer, I don't think she was a relative, but she might have been. I think she was a really close family friend. And she felt a lot of sadness for that. So she does fear death a lot. Not just for herself, but for her family. She's a very caring kid. She just needs to, I guess, demonstrate that a little bit more. You can tell if you've been with her long enough, but sometimes she's a little bossy, and Anyway, and who would like to see Paris? That's one of her dreams. She actually, when she was like 3 or 4, I think, decided that she wanted to be a fashion designer, and she has not lost that dream since. I freaking love that kid. Um, and Paris is one of her favorite places because that's fashion capital of the world, practically, or at least that's what I'm told. I really don't fashion, as you can tell. And a resident of Salisbury. Yeah. So. All right. So the next one on this list is a clue. So she's supposed to give a clue. Excuse me. My nose is running. She's supposed to give a clue to what the actual thing is. So here's the picture that she drew. There you go. And first clue is vase, or vase, however you like to say it. A pretty plant. Growing and blooming. In the garden, they change colors. And roses. And straight up roses. Silly kid. Love her. And 5 W's. Nope. This is not 5 W's. What the heck? Did I skip the 5 W's? Because I remember seeing 5 W's. Oh, I see. She had one of her 5 W's earlier. Okay. Looks like she didn't really follow directions when putting this in. Alright. Well, here's another picture then. And over to the size of rose bed. By the way, let's zoom in on that. So she says, roses blooming out in the summer in the garden, so it can bloom and be free. And this is her haiku. Here's the picture, by the way. Beautiful picture. It's raining. It's raining outside. Flowers are blooming outside. It's a windy day. Now that we know that it's a haiku, let's appreciate it for what it actually is. It's raining outside. Flowers are blooming outside. It's a windy day. Hence the little swirls. Let me go ahead and show them to you again. These little swirls here. That's wind. It's nice and windy outside. So what's next? What's next on this list? Ah, yes, this is my favorite. I'm not going to read all the words, but basically, she took a bunch of words and made them into her thing, which was a rose. Yeah. Pretty crazy. And then on the back, and this is the best part of it all. She drew a picture of a guy crying, and let me try and get it so that I can see it as well. This side, right here, says, "Please don't leave me." She's really sad that I'm going to college. "I love you, Michael," on the bottom there. And then right over here, let me see if I can get it in view. She tried to say, "I'm a banana." I showed her the video. It was on Tosh. The "I'm a banana, I'm a banana, I'm a banana, look at me move." That one. And she really liked it. I thought that she would, and she did. And so that's been a joke between us ever since. Anyway, that's pretty nice. I got one more present that I've already gotten that I would like to show you guys. And this is also very well thought. So, a couple days ago, my friends and I went to go see The Hobbit. How long are we on time? We're doing great. 27 minutes. 26, actually. So, a couple friends and I went to see The Hobbit, Battle of the Five Armies. We've seen all of the films, all of the Lord of the Rings, all the Hobbit films. I read the book. Not the not the Lord of the Rings. I read The Hobbit. I would like to read the Lord of the Rings, but I couldn't really get into it. For some reason, it wasn't as enjoyable for me. The first couple of pages, at least. And if the first couple of pages don't draw me in, I generally don't read the book. I don't get very far in it. And though I really like the story of Lord of the Rings, and I would love to have it up here instead of in front of me on a TV screen or something like that, I think the way that Peter Jackson did it was marvelous, and I will take that. I don't really have to read the books to see that. Anyway, so one of my friends, his name's Taha. He is, I think, 3 years older than myself. He graduated a couple of years ago. Couple years or 3 years ago, I can't remember exactly. He's the brother to one of my other friends, and he decided to make all of us a nice little drawing, a couple drawings actually. So he started off with just straight up Michael on the page, and then you open it up, and he's got this picture of me. Now, we'll begin from the bottom. That's a Minecraft pickaxe, or it's supposed to be, yeah. Because I used to be really into Minecraft. There's a Pokeball, because I really like Pokemon. There's the picture of me. Alright. Pink Floyd symbol up in the top left, maybe top right. Don't know how it's going to reverse, or if it's going to reverse. And then there's his attempt at doing anime eyes, because I'm into anime. And then, crap. I'm really reversed here. And then on the bottom is his signature. Dude's going to NYU, by the way. And I have great high hopes for him. So those are two of the more heartfelt gifts that I got for Christmas this year so far. Now that we got all that taken care of, I told you guys about the footage that I have, about the game Mist, about the future series, about the Christmas stuff that I can't talk to you too much about until New Year's, and I talked to you about the New Year's update. Now we've got one last thing, and this is going to take a little while for me to talk about. I would first just like to explain to you a little bit about how this went. So, more or less, let me minimize this again. Okay, so more or less what happened was I was watching some YouTube videos, as I tend to do, and I found Video Game Donkey, one of his videos. And I had watched this guy before. I knew a little bit about him. But I decided to sort of go on like a binge watching session of his. And he had made a video called Relaxing Space Safari. And the reason why this is such a big deal is his shtick, basically, is he plays LOL, and he kind of makes fun of the game and, acts trollish a little bit. Really cool dude. I like him. That's not the stuff that I normally watch of his. I really don't like the LOL videos. I'm not a big fan of MOBAs. Smut was okay. I thought that was okay for a time because SSOHPKC did it. But so Video Game Donkey, I'll leave a link in the description below about this video because you kind of need to see it to understand it. And then check out some of his... Actually, before you check out Relaxing Space Safari, check out some of his other videos and then come back to it and you might understand a little bit why. But I read the comment section before because the video hadn't rendered all the way. And in the comment section, people were bashing him, as they tend to do when it's not a LOL video. They were bashing him for making this video. And people were saying that he was a sellout or some other stuff like that. Really sad stuff. And there was one person in there who made the comment of, he made this video, and this video is supposed to be different. It's supposed to show us a little bit more out there in the world than video games. So the video, to give you a brief synopsis, is basically, as it sounds, a relaxing space safari. Relaxing music in the background, pictures of a nice storm, thunderstorm at the very beginning, transitions into underwater in like a kelp garden, then goes into a cave, then it shows a rainforest and some waterfalls, then an underground cavern is freaking amazing with running water, all the while playing relaxing music, of course. And then it shows space, the final frontier as we call it. and just a bunch of different stars in the distance in this black night sky. And it's beautiful. It's really, really fantastic. The video then takes a change in sound, and it goes from being relaxing to a sort of, I guess, rap beat, sort of. It's really nice. I like it. And he only has one line in the entire video. And the line is something like, another world to seem to care about, or something like that. I can't really decipher. He has a weird way of speaking in some of those videos. And then it breaks down and just starts showing mitosis or meiosis or something like that happening. Different microorganisms like scurrying around, or whatever you want to say. And it was just really nice. I can't explain it any other way than the fact that it showed the process of life and the universe around us. And after watching the video the first time round, I thought to myself for a second. Down in the comment section below, there's a bunch of people who are bashing this video because it's not what they come to know. Now, Video Game Dunk is a weird guy in some aspects, because it seems, and it may not be true, or it might be true, but it seems that he likes to try to do social experiments with his fans. Do a bunch of normal, quote-unquote normal videos where he plays video games, and then throw in something random that's completely different from the ordinary in there, and see how they react. He's done it a few times, and I'm not sure if it's on purpose or if it's just his style and people don't understand that, but it seems like it's done on purpose as like a psychological trial or experiment of sorts. And this might have seemed like one of them. But then I thought about it even longer, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. That beautiful video people are bashing on. It's an amazing video. It looks like something taken straight out of documentaries, which it probably was, that I used to really enjoy. And so, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning. I decided to write a comment. And this is the comment that follows. Damn. I actually really used to be into this stuff when I was younger. You know, the possibilities out in space, the animals in the ocean, and all of the beauty in this great thing that we call life. I dreamed of becoming something great, you know, like the cowboys that I saw in movies, or a police officer fighting crime, or just merely a simple marine biologist doing the animals of this world a service. I had such great imagination back then, too. I didn't need to have friends with me to be entertained. I didn't need to play video games or watch the latest reality TV show. Not that I really liked them anyway, but, you know. I could just explore the inner workings of my mind and be happy, you know. But then one day, it just changed. Disappeared. You know, the childhood wonder, the inner peace, just vanished. I started hating the EPA, WWF, and ASPCA commercials because they really just seem to be concerned with money and not actually helping the animals, though God only knows if it's just me being paranoid. I saw police officers shooting unarmed civilians, and I read about the same thing in history books. Many times it was for no reason except for the fact that they are peacefully protesting the way that the police officers worked. I saw civilians armed and ready to fight the police. You know, the very same people who had kept them safe for their entire lives had been their neighbors even, merely to make the point that the police weren't doing their job correctly. You know, instead of just using words and calmly discussing it with each other, they decided to just fight and kill. And as for me, well, nowadays my entire life has been consumed by video games, and a lot of them aren't even really good ones. I've also been really wanting to make money as easily as possible so that my life would be as comfortable as possible and I would never have to worry. You know, and this is not a bad thing, no, it's not at all. In fact, it's the capitalist way, my bad. But to solely wish for material worth, I mean, that cannot continue to be my way of thinking, you know. What happened to the kid who would spend hours on end just reading watching the History Channel and Animal Planet, all to learn about the world that was going on around him? What happened to the kid who would stand up for the people who were being bullied instead of going out and bullying people himself? You know, what happened to me? This video, Dunkian fans, has made me think about this, about who I really am, you know. Am I going to change who I am? Probably not, you know. I have these moments, and soon after, I see the latest view on my YouTube channel and go back to obsessing over something as trivial as just entertaining people. Or myself, at that matter. However, at least I can realize that I have these faults, you know. That's the first step to overcoming them. So, I'm going to try to stop watching life go by and actually live it for once. As for the comments section, just think for a second about this video actually is. This video is life. It is what is around you and where you originate. Does that not interest you in the least? Can you not see the beauty in all of this stuff that was shown in this video? Or are you too stuck in this fantasy world, believing everything is going to be okay? When in reality, the longer that we keep on going like this, the less likelihood that we have of surviving much longer. You know, I really don't care if the majority of people out there don't feel the same way. However, if anyone out there actually understands what I'm trying to get at, could you please help me change? I haven't been so lucky on my own. Happy holidays. And that's basically, I paraphrased a little bit here and there, but that was basically what I said. Though, yeah, it's true. I'm not really going to change much. I've decided that I want to, and I will attempt it. But I know, deep down up here, that I can't. People don't change overnight, and until I can get the help to help me change this, until I can find a way to stimulate myself a little bit, or get somebody else who can help me stimulate myself. That sounded a little weird, but anyway, that's the only way that things will ever change for me. I mentioned before in one of my other videos that this is something that has happened to me a lot. I have existential crises every now and again. I feel a little depressed, but not too much. It's not like full-on clinical depression or anything like that. But it's still sad, and it's still a problem. I also mentioned in one of my other videos that I felt like I was going too much after money and not actually doing YouTube to do YouTube. And to a certain extent, I am. You know, one of the main reasons why I started YouTube was because I thought it would be an easy way to make a quick buck. Though after 1 year, I still have not made that quick buck. So, yeah. A lot of that has to do with the fact that my content is not what I would like to watch myself, and so therefore you guys don't want to watch it yourself. I can understand that. So, I'm changing up my style like the bees with my pieces. Each is such a wonder with a plethora of features. JK. For reals, I'm going to start trying to do new stuff. I'm going to keep to who I am a bit more than I have in the past. And hopefully, just hopefully, during that time period, I'll be able to change who I am to someone that I want to be. I'm going to need your guys' help. There are 24 subs out there, and a bunch of other people who are probably going to see this video that's not subscribed to my channel. So, what I'm imploring you is to reach down in the comment section just for a moment and say, listen, I get what you're saying. I'm here to help. That's all that I really want. I just want you guys to help me out because I need it, really. I do. I got a couple of comments from people in the past that I didn't answer until like 3 months later. Because I got the help. I got the doing a good job. I love your stuff. And I wasn't quite ready for it. But now I am. I've answered people a lot quicker. I I've gotten around to doing it much sooner. I've tried to change a little bit, but I'm only human, and I'm not a very good one at that. I mean, I try to be, but a lot of the time, greed swallows my head a little bit. So I need you guys to keep me directed, keep me going. That's all I'm asking. It's an awful lot, but it's really all that I'm asking. So, comment section's there. This is the end of the video. Feel free to say what you want, or just don't say anything at all. Um, I would like you to, but if you don't, that's cool. I understand. Uh, yeah. Merry Christmas. Sort of a weird way to go out. I hope you guys aren't feeling too depressed. I'm not. I'm pretty happy now. I just wanted to make sure that I got that said and let you guys know what's actually up. I will be doing more videos on my life story. That will become a full thing next year, by the way. I'm going to head spill the beans on that one. And I will tell you guys what's happened in my life. The good, the bad, the ugly, and anything that you can consider in between. My name's the Jackhammer 13. I've taken up plenty of your time, so now I am signing out. Catch you guys in the next video.